Hi everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Spirit has prompted me to give out a message, and anytime I feel the calling to do that, I'm going to go ahead and just do it, jump on quickly and give you guys a quick message. Spirit's been giving me a lot of information around this topic, and they're wanting me to get put it out there and get pretty direct about it. So I thought I would jump on and do that. First off, Spirit wants me to communicate the dynamics playing out in a lot of people's lives right now in terms of the way in which we carry our belief systems into various relationships and circumstances. The biggest thing that we do is from a young age, it could be societal, cultural, or experiential types of dynamics that play out in beliefs. Our parents may have told us certain beliefs. We may have experienced certain things as a child that created a belief system that we're not loved, that we are less than, that our voice doesn't matter. It could be any number of things. And one of those things that happen, it's almost like a memory cell within the body that's carried out, and it carries into various relationships and circumstances in your life in order to perpetuate that belief. And the biggest thing that Spirit wants to ingrain in right now, and if you hear nothing else, hear this: you have the capability in which to change that belief. The biggest way that you can do that is to separate yourself from the situation. So it's easy for us to, when we're watching movies or we have friends going through circumstances, take a step back and look at things from a different perspective. A movie is a good example of that, and Spirit often uses that example in terms of life circumstances, because movies are intended to create a view of circumstances which you can be the judge and see it from a different perspective. And Spirit is asking you to do that in your own life right now. Take a step back and see what things are playing out. What belief systems do you hold that every single relationship or circumstance seems to validate that belief that's within you? And make the shift. Take it and turn it around and make that shift. And once you make that shift, I can guarantee you your life will change. Circumstances will no longer serve you that served you in the past. People that you may have been attracted to, friends, lovers, they're all of a sudden, it's not going to work for you anymore, because that belief doesn't serve you, and they were the image of the belief that you've portrayed in your heart and that you've carried out. So, and it's not to say that they won't be in your lives anymore. They may take on a new role that's better suited for you. But at the end of the day, these relationships, these circumstances are all perpetuating a belief that you hold within your heart, in your soul. So I would ask you to explore your life from a third party, take a step back, act as if you're playing the role of your best friend, and see what opportunities exist for you to be able to release those circumstances. Now in particular, I just want to bring in, I've got a few spirits here, so I want to acknowledge them, as I feel like in particular they want you to, there's certain individuals that are going to be listening to this, and they want to acknowledge that they're here for you. I have quite a few Spirit family members here, and a few in particular are stepping forward to acknowledge that I believe that you will be guided to listen to this video, and they are here in support of you and saying that accepting a sort of ownership or acknowledgement of the message that I'm giving, and they want to be in support of you for that. Particularly, I feel like there's certain individuals in Texas that are going to be listening to this video, and this is really going to resonate with you. I'm very strong about that. I actually, Spirit brought this to me in a dream, and then I woke up and last night, all Texas. And so I just, again, those of you who are listening that are in Texas and you resonate with this, I feel like there's a reason that you're listening to it. I also have a gentleman stepping forward. He feels like a very old school type of, I feel like there's a strong connection. I could actually see that this individual, there's strong roots within the family. I feel like roots run deep. And I feel like he's acknowledging that there's also been some circumstances where there's a belief held at a family level, like this is how we do it as a family, and this is who we are as a family, that has been causing some heartache with you because it doesn't necessarily align. There's a feeling of wanting to break free from that expectation of the family, and he's stepping forward to acknowledge that you are your own individual, and that this is something that you can shape this belief in a different way. But this man has passed, and he's acknowledging this. I feel like there actually may be a connection with a land as well that's connected with this man. So that's and then there's a female that's stepping forward, and she feels like a grandmother type of energy. But I also feel like she's a very strong lady, and she's also acknowledging this as well. She's making me feel like because of her insecurities in life that she would also often project those onto other people, and it's that feeling of if I make you feel worse, then I feel better. And so she's acknowledging that, and I feel like she's basically acknowledging the message that I've provided and saying that that's something that she's also created as well. And I also have a young man that's stepping forward, and I feel like there may have been a situation where he may have, there may be suicide, or there may have been some things where I feel like his life ended short, and I feel like he, at a young age, couldn't stand the pressures of what was being brought upon him. And so therefore that's something that he's speaking from that position to say, look, I could have done something differently if I would have changed these beliefs, but I, from a young age, took on the beliefs of other people, and therefore it impacted him. So I've got quite a few spirit here, but I just wanted to leave those messages in particular, and hopefully this resonates with somebody who's listening to this. I feel this is timeless, so I feel like when you're guided to and ready for this, it'll come to you. And if it doesn't resonate at that moment, you may refer back to it later. But this message is for someone, well, many people I feel like will connect with this message. And I would just encourage you to listen to this, and really, when we go into the new year with these resolutions, look at that. Look at from those perspectives. This is inner work. This is the stuff that is long lasting, but it will have the most lasting effect. If you were to address these issues that you may carry, these circumstances, these beliefs, then this really solves for a lot of the other issues that we have in life, where we try to set resolutions on eating better, being more physically fit, maybe a change of being negative. All of these beliefs, if you were to address these source, they would address those issues. Any addictions you have, they're all a byproduct of a belief system that you've created. It's just an indirect consequence of that. So I would just encourage you to look at that, and that's all I wanted to say. I know Spirit just wanted to get that out, and I'm going to honor that. Hopefully this resonates, and I wish you all a Happy New Year and best wishes to everyone. Thank you.